Hi everyone, this is Leslie with PrayNite for your weekly tarot card forecast. And this week I will be starting off with a general reading for all the zodiac signs. And then at the end of that reading, I will clarify for each of the zodiac signs. So how it will apply to each of the zodiac signs. And I'll be using 3 different decks. I will put the deck names in the description below. And let's begin. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off with the Soul card. And this Soul card really is a overall theme for this tarot reading that we're going to do today. It sort of sets the stage to say what the energy is going to be like that perseveres through the entire reading. Oh, and right away a card flipped over. Wow, this is a special card. I feel that this theme is all about you tapping into your intuition, your higher guide. When you look at this card, and I want each of you to look at this card closely and see what resonates for you. This could almost look like somebody that you know, but it's a feeling that you get. And I want everybody to start to tap into their intuition and understand the power that you have within you to understand the direction you need to move forward in life. So this card for me, it's almost like explaining a feeling that you get when you're observing a situation in your life and you're taking bits and pieces of that situation that may happen in your outside life and really resonating with where you belong in the world and how you see things, because it's not always the same as the person you may be talking to, for example, or someone in your life, someone in your family, your friends. It could be anyone. This to me is saying, I know how I feel when that particular situation I'm confronted with, or the words people say, and how it resonates with you and how you need to move forward in life. So that's great. And I'd love to see that for a general reading, because it lets me know that people are starting to tap into their own journeys. We each have our own journeys in life, and I think we all need to realize that that's what makes each one of us special. Every single person in this entire world has their own special uniqueness and their own special journey through life. And that's awesome. That is awesome. And not to look to the outside to say, this is what I should be doing because so-and-so is doing this. It should be looking inside to say, that's interesting. Maybe I'll take bits and pieces of that, but I won't take the whole thing because the whole thing doesn't apply to me. All right, so now we're going to move on with the Marielle Tarot for the general reading. So I pull a 9-card spread here, and I will show you guys each of the cards that I'm using. And actually 2 came up all together. All right, so the first card that came up is the Sun. Now, you couldn't ask for a better card to start off the reading. The Sun is, if you think of the Sun, it's energy. It's our energy. It's our liveliness. It's what makes us alive, how we feel energized in the world. So to start off with this reading with that particular Soul card and then moving to the Sun tells me that we are really trying to energize our own soul and saying, this is where I need to go to make me feel alive. And that's each and every one of us. The next card that came up is the 8 of Discs. And when you look at this card, it is all about how that, okay, so let me see if I can explain this correctly. How each of our energies, whether we are together or apart in whatever we believe, we are going to produce something magical. And I want you to look at this card, and I want you to look at it closely, because you can see the baby lamb there at the bottom of these two almost like lioness type characters. One is looking up and one is looking down. This represents to me that someone is saying, this is the way to go, and someone is saying, this is the way to go. So two different perspectives, two different points of view. But using both of those views, you can produce this beautiful, magical baby lamb that says, there is peace in that, and there is something we can move forward with, that it's like it's a baby. So to me, that's a symbol of beginnings. We can begin to see the peace in all of our differences, in all of our opinions, in all of our perspectives. And this goes to each and every one of us, because we all have a viewpoint from our own soul. So super special reading so far. This is wonderful. All right, so moving on to the third card. See what we got here. Nope. Takes me a minute. Yep, this is the card. And we've got the Ace of Discs. Okay, this reading is turning out to be magical in itself. Ace of Discs is new beginnings, new manifestations. And in a regular everyday world, this could be new beginnings financially for you. It could be new beginnings in a job. It could be new beginnings in how you value something. Anything that has like solidness to it. And again, we see this, it's not the same creature. So we see the baby lamb in the Eight of Discs. But in the next, the Ace of Discs, it shows that, and I look at the type of animal, so it's not the same exact animal, but now you see that it's going as the head on top of the person. So that means that idea, I look at that baby lamb as an idea. So we're generating ideas from different viewpoints. We're generating ideas from different perspectives. From that, we're creating our own manifestation. And that is going to move us forward in the world. So awesome, awesome. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next card, which is definitely this one, and we get Temperance. Now, Temperance shows up for me, and I think it showed up last week, when you need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and look at, okay, stop for a second. Don't try to run forward without tapping into that internal guiding light. And that brings me back to the original soul card that we picked, that is our guiding light. And even though we may generate wonderful ideas, it may not be the right time to make it happen. But that doesn't mean you have to lose sight of that idea. That idea is brilliant. That idea could be something to help the world. If you have a mission to help people, help anything, whatever your mission in your life, it could be to help your children. It could be to help your neighbors. It could be to help anyone in your life, your coworkers, your family, your friends. It could be to help yourself. That's all good, but don't let go of it just because it might not make sense at this moment. So this card signifies to me that whatever this idea you have that has been brought up by other perspectives, people's different perspectives. So in your everyday life, you're hearing different things. We have media, we have news, we have friends, colleagues, you name it, just feeding us information. And our intuitive self, going back to that soul card, is pulling us in to say, okay, what bits and pieces of that information are resonating with me? Which one of those ideas will help me build something from that? And that's how we learn in life. That's how we learn in the world. And that's how we are taken forward to a better path that resonates with our soul. All right, so pulling the next card. And the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. I think I pulled this one. Could be my energy pulling these cards. That happens to me quite frequently. My energy will pull, and hopefully I'm the catalyst for you. The Wheel of Fortune. So last week I talked about the Wheel of Fortune as something sudden an opportunity that may arise for you, something that could be in your world that you didn't expect. It is saying that this idea that you have, this whatever makes you feel alive, going back to the sun, starting off generating, this idea is something to take hold of, but not feel like it has to be accomplished right at this moment, because some opportunity will arise for it. So keep that idea, intuit that idea, be patient that it will come forward as it's meant to be. It may not at this moment feel like you know what that idea is. That's okay, because it will come forward in its due time. And it will come suddenly. And again, maybe this is resonating because this opportunity is still something people need to hear, that something will happen. You're unexpected, but it's in your best interest and your higher good. You don't see it though. So the next card I have is 10 of Discs. And the 10 of Discs is a wonderful card because it says we're bringing fulfillment, complete fulfillment to something. And that you're starting this idea, it may be an opportunity, but whatever this opportunity is, you're not expecting it, but it's going to bring you complete fulfillment on all levels. It is that, and I want to equate it to a feeling of this is where I belong. This is where I belong. These are the people I belong with. This is, if it has to do with a job, this is the job that resonates with my soul, because it's not just a job, it's something I'm doing that resonates with my intent of life, the fire that makes me feel alive, going back to that sun. Remember that sun, and also remember that soul card that says, I can intuit this feeling. This feeling inside of me says, yes, this is everything I could hope for. So, wow, this is awesome. Okay, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. So, and again, this is a general reading. You have to apply this to your own life and things that you may be thinking about. And for each one of you, it is all different. It can be something as small as something you wanted to accomplish in your small circle, or sometimes it's something you want to accomplish in a wider scale. Something, like I said before, helping the world do something, a mission in life, and how your little piece in the world, and I say little because we each contribute something. Even if we don't know what that is yet, we are contributing it. So that's where you have to look around in your daily life and say, what am I contributing? What makes me happy? What makes me feel alive? Is it helping a neighbor? Is it helping a family member? Is it being there to take charge of a situation? Is it there to listen to somebody? Is it there to smile to somebody? What is it for you? It can be anything, but only you will know that. Okay, and this reading is just guiding you there to try to figure these things out. That card wants to come out and on the floor, and it's Ace of Cups. So, Ace of Cups came up, I think, last week. And that's a new beginning in love. So, it came up again, and the Wheel of Fortune came up again as well. So this may be a love opportunity that is coming up, and maybe it's coming up for me today because I didn't mention it enough. I think last week I was really focused on career because that's where my intuition was guiding me through this reading. But it's coming up to me to say, hey, this thing you may manifest that makes you feel alive, this could be another human being in your life that helps you feel alive, and you can manifest something together. Maybe you don't expect to meet somebody. Maybe you've given up for some reason, and this opportunity comes up where there they are. There they are for you. This also could mean that if you're not looking for love, it could mean a new way of feeling towards a situation, a new feeling towards a person, a new feeling. It's all about emotions. The cups are all about emotions. You may have feelings for someone you didn't even realize, or realize that, hey, I should be feeling this particular way, a different way, a new way. So look at your life and look at things. It could be a new love because a new love for something you didn't expect. It could be for whatever this manifestation is going to be in your life. It's a new love. That 10 of discs is like, I have everything I want, and now I have a new feeling and a new perspective on life. So that could be it as well. All right, so moving on to the 8th card is 5 of discs. So in here, this is where you have to tap in. You have to tap into the feeling that you are good enough, that you have everything that you need. This is where a lot of people get stuck, because you may be feeling alive, your intuition is telling you something, it may not manifest right away, you get impatient, you may get distracted by some other opportunity that comes up, or an opportunity that doesn't hit you right away. And you start feeling like, well, this isn't working. This isn't working. You know what? I think I'm going to scrap it. I think I'm going to scrap it. It's not working. This is telling me that you have to look and know that what if it resonates with your heart. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, then yeah, get rid of it. It's not meant for you. If you're trying to be something that doesn't resonate with your heart, and I always say this, with your heart is so important. If it doesn't resonate with your heart, if it's not who you are, if it's not, then it isn't for you. But if it is, you have to look and say, I have everything I need, and I'm not without. When you look at your life, you have to really look how we create our own lives. And if there's a void in your life you've created, look at that. Why is it that you've created this void? What is it that you need to look at to help you eliminate that void? Every one of us should be saying, I have everything I want and I feel blessed. Regardless of what situation. And we've had, there are some horrible things out there. But it's a test for us to look at, no matter what is in the outside world. Our foundation is solid. And I've given this advice to people over the years who I see that are looking at the ups and downs of life, the tragedies, the joys, and it's confusing when you're looking through our own lens and we're looking through our brains. If we disconnect our brains from our heart, our boat will always be in a bumpy sea, and we will always be up and down and up and down. If we resonate with our heart and align it with our heads, not just have our heads running gambit with the world. If we resonate with our hearts and let that guide our thoughts, we will have the most solid foundation and the solid boat. No matter what sea that you're on, your boat will be able to float and it will be steady. And going through the world like that, you'll see it from a whole different lens. So it's super important for everybody to know that. Don't let the ups and downs of the outside world, because that's always going to happen. And you can blame an outside situation for anything. It's never going to be solid on the outside world. People aren't always going to be nice. Things aren't going to be the way they want it to be. That we have to look at with our own lens and be able to ride that wave in solidarity with our heart. Very important. All right, last card, and then we're going to move on to each of the zodiac signs. And this card definitely wants to come out, the Four of Wands. This is great because this to me says that we can make, I'm going to just look at the card and be very literal here. We can make the tree grow. So we can help project forward the goodness that will protect us. Think of a tree, and I'm using the tree because that's a symbol given to me in the card. So I feel like that is supposed to be used in this reading. is think about how a tree protects us from the sun. It protects us from the rain. It protects us. I have a tree in my backyard and it's basically almost on top of my house, and I feel like it protects me. It is a feeling that you are protected, and we are protected. And you may not feel like that if something is in your life right now that you feel vulnerable and you feel you have to believe that there is a higher purpose for everything. And that will keep you grounded in the sense that you have to believe. And you can believe in anything. I feel like people have different religions and different beliefs in life, and that's to make us feel grounded, to know that it's not just about our little lives and what we're seeing through this lens. It's a greater picture that's guiding all of us. I mean, think about the universe and how small we are in comparison to it, and our little daily problems and our daily feelings. That's where we have to separate ourselves and say, what is the greater vision? What is out there for us, for our greater good? All right, so very special reading. I'm very excited, and now I'd like to take it to each of the zodiac signs and see this whole spread. How does this affect each of the signs? So you can personally resonate with it. So we're going to start off with Aries, and let's see how this will resonate for Aries. And you've got the Chariot. So this is perfect for you, Aries, because this is you going forward and just making things happen. This couldn't be a more applicable card for you. You are the sun, Aries, and people would say Leo is the sun, but I feel like Aries lives in the moment. They live in the here and now. And if it resonates for an Aries, they will move forward in that place, in the now, not in the future, not in the past, in the now. And you think about an Aries and you think about how they just do it. They just do it no matter what. You see them taking chances, taking opportunities. That's you, Aries. You're taking the chance. You're taking the opportunity. You are moving forward, but you're going to be successful in whatever you do. So that's wonderful for you, dear Aries. So now we're going to move on to Taurus. Let's see how this resonates for you, Taurus. Almost wanted that card. That card you want. Taurus, you got the 10 of Wands. So for you, Taurus, this is all about taking what doesn't resonate from you and letting it go. And realizing that you don't have to hold on to things that maybe you've done in the past or you've had in the past that just, it's not working. It's not working. And realize that there are different ways ahead, forward. Like there's different paths you can take, and that's okay. And if it's something that's not comfortable to you, if it's something that feels like, I don't know if I should do this, really look at why. Is it because this idea you have, you just not sure that it will make something? You'll not know unless you give it a try. And if it doesn't work out in the beginning, hold it. Hold that space for it, because it will have its due time. But don't let go of it. If it's something that resonates with you and you think, well, I don't know, I've never done anything like this before, or I've never taken a chance like this, I'm not sure, hold that feeling. And why? And find out why. Keep asking yourself why. Well, why do I say that? Why do I do that? And do it on your own. Write a little journal. Well, why? And then ask yourself again, when you answer that question, why again? And keep drilling it down until you find out where the pinpoint of that feeling that you had, what is causing it. All right, so now we're going to move on to Gemini. And Gemini, you have the Ace of Fire. I think Libra got the Ace of Fire last week. Gemini, you are just excited. And I feel this excitable energy for you of, yes, something that resonates with my heart. Something, and I go back to the sun here, the sun about what makes me feel alive. And you're ready to take that chance. You're ready to move forward. You want to explore the opportunity. What is that opportunity for you? All right, so now we're at Cancer. And Cancer, you got the 5 of Wands. So for you, Cancer, this is all about you taking, what is the word I want to use? And I apologize, I'm just really bad at coming up with words sometimes. I think because I'm so much here that my head just, I have to lead my heart to my head here, but it's all about you collaborating with other people. That's what your mission is in this. So this thing that you may want to manifest, this idea, it comes alive with you getting ideas from each person. So you may have people in a circle, like I keep seeing a circle. Maybe it's a community. Maybe it's somewhat a community online. It's generating these ideas that it's not only your idea, it's generation from others. So looking at the 8 of Discs, how people are just going back and forth. It almost feels like Gemini to me, even though Gemini didn't get this card, but I feel this, from this card, I feel this energy of, you know, talking about different things you could do, almost like opening up the possibilities. It's very energetic, and it feels very positive, and it feels like a bigger solution, like going to a bigger place. Okay, now we're gonna move on to Leo. See what we have for you, Leo. How is this going to affect you? And your 2 cards came up for you, Leo, so I have to tell you that sometimes happens. And I looked at them both and I was guided to say these are both for you. So yours may be a little bit longer, so I apologize to the other signs. But Leo, you got the Devil and you got the King of Tides. So for you, Leo, there's something that may be steering you in a direction that maybe you have to steer away from. And I'm speaking about the Devil card here. So the Devil card sometimes can be like addiction or compulsiveness. There may be something that is driving you, like you have a compulsion to do something. But the King of Tides here is saying that it's all emotional. You're coming from an emotional place with this. And that's where you have to realize that, again, when I say guide with your heart, it doesn't mean necessarily guide with your emotions. So if you think of, and yes, emotions do take a place here. If it makes you feel happy, that's good. But you have to understand that there is a compulsive happiness, or there's a compulsive reason, any addiction that you have. Why am I going to the cookie jar every 2 seconds? Why do I need 5 cups of coffee when I only should have 1? What is driving me to something that I know is almost too much? So for you, Leo, I would say just take a step back from the situation. And if this is a great opportunity and you're excited about it, just realize there's a fine line between making this opportunity work and be successful at it, or compulsively propelling yourself forward in some way that's not healthy for you. Because I keep coming up with it's not healthy for you the way you're going about it. It doesn't mean that you can't have it, but take a step back as you're trying to propel forward. All right, I'm feeling all this energy for you, Leo, so I need to recenter myself. There's it's kind of frenetic. I'm feeling from Leo. It's a frenetic feeling. So let me just center from you for a second. So just try to calm that energy. I don't know if any of you out there are into meditation or breath work, but you need to center yourself. I feel like there's a lack of center for you, Leo, in this opportunity. And you may want to take it to an extreme that probably you can't take it to that extreme. You've got to balance. There's a balance in life too. Okay. Too much sun makes you sunburn, so you've got to balance, okay? All right. Now we're going to go on to Virgo. So let me just center here for Virgo. That was strong energy, Leo. Wow. All right. This is what happens, these readings for me. Can overwhelm me sometimes. I pick up on energies pretty strongly. I'm like a lightning rod for energies. All right, so now we're going on to Virgo. And Virgo, you got the Queen of Tides. So Virgo, for you, I feel a softer energy here of, it's almost like surreal. I feel for you, whatever this opportunity is, whatever this new beginning for you is, it's almost surreal. Like, I need to touch it. Like, I feel like for you, it's, I need to touch it. I need to make sure that it's really real. Because I think if this opportunity is something that resonates with your heart, you might have not believed it, that it would ever happen. You know, we all have those dreams, and you know in you're almost like your heart and soul that, yeah, that will never be me. I like to watch or to do or to whatever it is in your life that you think that would be, you know, there's always that little voice that says, yeah, that would be great if I could do that. But for you, this opportunity almost is that for you. But it's almost like it's misbelief for you. Is this real? Is this really happening to me? Yes. So you need something tangible, whether it's a contract you need to sign or somebody to say it more than once, or maybe it's this idea has to be written down, because I keep seeing paper and writing. Paper and writing for you, Virgo, with a pen, a blue pen actually, and I feel your hand going to the paper, signing a contract coming up. So maybe there's a contract you need to sign, but it's almost surreal for you. And I think signing that contract or making that agreement will help solidify it for you. Okay, so now we're going to go to Libra. See what's going on for our Libras. And Libra, you get the Stranger of Winds. So for you, Libra, I'm feeling like there's something about this opportunity that there's something in your life, I want to say, not this opportunity, because it's something in your life that is preventing you from feeling the way you want to feel about this, whatever this is for you that resonates with your heart, with the sun. It could be the new love, because I've just been drawn to the Ace of Cups for you. So Libra, if there is a love in your life, there's something that's preventing you from accepting that it could be real. Like if you have been looking for love, because I feel like this is where this card is directing me to you, it's like I'm feeling misbelief here. You don't believe that this is real. But different than Virgo. Virgo just needs it written down, needs it to be outlined. But for you, it's almost like you're afraid to say it. You're afraid to say it out loud that, wow, this is gonna happen. This, whatever this is for you. And I apologize that I'm not more specific, because this is a general reading. I cannot tell you, I can tell you the energy I'm feeling, but I can't tell you specific. You know that in your own life, whatever that is, and everybody has a different situation. The energy that it's guiding me to is that I'm afraid of saying it out loud. Maybe it's an idea you've had that you don't feel is people are going to accept, because that's what I'm feeling. It's like an acceptance of your idea. I'm afraid to say it out loud. I'm afraid that this love, this new opportunity, whatever this is for you, is real. I'm afraid because, and then I'm afraid of why would people believe me? Would people accept this? Now, maybe you've fallen in love with somebody who maybe you never thought you would be paired with, and you're wondering if your community, if your friends, your family will accept this new love. So there's something around that I'm feeling. All right, so now we're going to go on to Scorpio and see what we have for Scorpios. And for Scorpio, you've got the 9 of Tides. This is great because for you, it's about fulfillment in your life. This which makes your heart resonates in your heart and manifests out there is saying that this opportunity, the Wheel of Fortune, of what I've been thinking about, trying to make happen, something new, it's almost like a dream come true. And that's what just came to me. It's a dream come true. But you believe it though, different than Virgo who's doubting it or needs solidarity of like, okay, this is the contract and we know it's real and we have a plan. Yours is thank you. Thank you for bringing me this dream, this opportunity, this whatever resonates in your heart, and feeling blessed, because I really feel, Scorpio, you feel blessed about what this is. This fulfillment, the 10 of Discs, it's really resonating with you. And maybe it's escaping, because the 5 of Discs is coming up for you too, escaping that feeling of not having enough. Now you realize that you're going to be okay. And it's almost like a spirit guiding you in a sense. So that's wonderful. Now we're moving on to Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you got the 7 of Gardens. Sagittarius, for you, it's all about waiting patiently for the right timing. It's like when you plant a seed and you know that it's not going to grow on your time. But I feel like where the Temperance is for you, it's almost like you don't need that message specifically because you know that the seed has been planted and it will grow. And I feel that you don't have any doubt about it. It's almost like Sagittarius, you can envision it. You can envision the end product. And I'm saying when I say plant a seed, you plant tomatoes in your garden, say. But you know what the end product is going to look like. You can envision that big juicy tomato that you're going to have in your salad, and you just know the flavor. You can't compare a flavor of a tomato that you grow in your garden to one that you buy in a store. You just can't compare them. You know that it's going to be perfect, and it's going to be something again that resonates with you, and you can see it. So you're willing to wait. You don't need the guidance of the Temperance card. You know that it's going to be great. And you can envision that future. So it's exciting you in a way, but exciting you in a grounded way. So that's awesome. All right, so let's go to Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? This is the card. And Capricorn, you got 2 cards too, and you get both of them. So this is interesting to pull 2 cards. You got the 5 of Fire and the King of Gardens. So right away for you, Capricorn, is I see that there may be disagreement. And I go back to this 8 of Discs. Ideas flowing. I feel like for you, Capricorn, there may be resistance to the other's ideas. So if somebody's trying to convey their ideas to you, or they see it in a different way, if you are collaborating on something with someone, you don't see it right away, and it's almost like a gut instinct that you want to just be saying to them, nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. this is saying that you need to actually listen. You need to take in this information, stop and listen, and know that other perspectives can, just this 8 of discs, I keep going to this 8 of discs for you because it is all about this creature that comes from these different ideas, these different things. There's something magical that can happen from different things. And you got the King of Gardens here, which says, I need to understand it on a material level, different than the Virgo. And I want to go back to that because it's different. Because you, in understanding, you have to understand the success of it all. You have to understand how it's going to manifest at this next level. So for you, the ideas going back and forth, you're not seeing how you're going to reach that peak. And you need to know that. You need to find it in your heart to know that there is a peak to this. And you may not see it at this moment, but you will. All right, so now we're going to move on to Aquarius. See what we got for Aquarius. Aquarius, you got the Jester of Tides. I got this little cheeky came into my mind. Cheeky, it's almost like being cheeky, being kind of like fresh. Fresh. There's something about this that tells me that it's almost like, haha, I told you so. That's what I keep hearing. Haha, I told you so. Like there's this, I told you so. I told you that this idea I had. So maybe there's somebody that didn't believe you. Maybe there was disbelief. And now you're saying, haha, I told you, look at what just happened. I knew it. I knew it in my heart. I knew it in my soul. It's a feeling of I told you so. But in a good way. You're not mad. It's just like, told you so. That's how I'm feeling for you, Aquarius. Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. I like the feeling I'm getting from that because it's playful. I don't feel any feeling that you need to be right about something. It's not that. It's not that you have to say, haha, I told you so. You know, listen to me. I know what I'm doing. It's not that feeling. It's a like, yep, I told you so. But more of a feeling that peace within yourself that, yes, I know what drives me forward. I know, going back to that soul card, I know what makes my life better. I know what resonates with my life. So good for you, Aquarius. It's making me giggle. Okay, so now we're going to the last sign of Pisces, and let's see what we have for Pisces. Nope, none of these, sorry. Let me just center here for a minute because I was wrapped up in Aquarius for a minute. Sometimes when I feel an energy that makes me smile, I stay with it a little bit. Or if it's really strong, like Leo's energy was very strong, it'll stay with me too. But I need to center for Pisces. Every sign gets a fair energetic. All right, now I feel good. Pisces, what do we got for you? Yep, Pisces, you want this card, and you've got the King of Fire, Pisces. So, Pisces, this is all about you just taking the chance, grabbing it, and going with it. It's almost like a determined energy versus excitable. I can't remember which sign had the excitable energy, but yours is a determined energy. It's yes, 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 that's it. It's that moment, that light bulb moment for you, Pisces, is yes, that's what I keep hearing is yes, that's it. Let's go. I know a good idea when I hear one. I know we can manifest this. I know this can be something. So for you, it's an idea that you know you can make it happen. And it's that I know this is a good idea. This is, so if you're collaborating with someone and you're, and I feel like it could be for some people collaborating with a few or more people on some idea or something in your life, you're gonna know That's a good idea. I know it. Stop right there. Like, I feel you very much of stop right there. That's the idea. We don't need to go any further. So even in your career, if it's a job and you're brainstorming about something, I feel like you're going to stop it and say, that's the idea. We don't need to go any further. That's it. That's it. That's it. And you're ready to go. So very determined, but knowing that, going back to that soul card, knowing that's the idea, you know, it's a successful idea. And the Four of Wands came up, feeling protected about it. So if it's a money thing for you, you're not worried about anything. You're not worried about making it manifest because you know it's successful, and you're willing to take a risk here. I'm feeling that Wheel of Fortune for you, whatever that is for you, you're willing to take that risk. So wow, exciting. I love when I get such a positive reading. I feel like this is why maybe I've been called to do these videos again. I took a very long break. I needed to, for many different reasons, and I've been guided to do these again, and now I see why. This is a good thing. This is a really good thing. So I'd love to hear how this manifests in your life. Please let me know. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this video, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks everyone, and bye-bye.